Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into my channel. I know it's been a while since I've done a video like this where I get to come and do something with my hair, do something with my makeup or anything like that, as I've been doing a lot more interviews and correspondence style videos. But I did promise you that I would still come back to you with videos like this from time to time. So here I am here today, and today's video is featuring the new collection by Rihanna, her Fenty Beauty products. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about the Fenty Beauty Foundation and how it was that I was able to figure out which shade out of 40 shades was the right shade for me. So when I saw all of the stuff about Fenty Beauty and Rihanna putting it out there, my initial reaction was one of excitement, joy, happiness, inspiration, love, support. I love Rihanna. I've loved her music and her story, you know, coming from being an immigrant in Barbados, being founded, and turning into a pop star, an icon. So I was definitely like really excited, and obviously as a young entrepreneur, it's like so exciting to see that a sister was doing it big and she came out with her own collection. And then when I saw that there were like 40 shades of foundation, with half of them being in the tan to deep side. Yes, Rihanna, do it. When it comes to like beauty and makeup, I think most of you know, I don't usually get super excited to buy the newest and latest stuff, you know. I don't always like get the newest collections. I'm not out there shopping for stuff. Like, I fall in love with my favorite foundation. I fall in love with my favorite mascara, and I stick with it, right? I think the only thing that I really do splurge on and end up buying like in ample amounts and in abundance will probably be lipstick, right? I think that's that and blush. I buy lots of shades, you know, similar shades. Whenever there's like a new MAC lipstick or a new NYX lipstick or whatever, I'm out there, I wanna get it. But when it comes to like things like foundations, primers, eyeshadows, I don't really get too excited for stuff like that. So even though I was really happy to see that Rihanna was coming out with like a new collection, the fact that the collection was just a primer, 40 shades of foundation, and some highlighters, and one lip gloss, I gotta be honest with you, it wasn't something that I was like, oh, I have to be at the launch. I wasn't invited to the launch. That's for one. I'm not salty about that at all. I'm not like a beauty influencer. You know, I do natural hair. That's my thing. I do natural hair. I just wasn't as excited about it. But to be completely honest with you, when people started talking about it after the launch and people started to use the product and talk about the product, and I got to see people wearing it on their skin, and it was getting really positive reviews, and I got to see that it was a foundation that was good for oily skin, I think then I was like, oh, okay, this might be something I need to try. And as someone who has darker skin tone, who has oily skin, finding foundations that fit my skin tone, that take care of me being a little bit on the oilier side, is not always an easy thing to do. So that is actually why I said, all right, I want to try it. And so I did. So a lot of people asked me, how did you find your shade? Because I shared my photo on Instagram, and everyone was like, how did you find your shade? For starters, I didn't get matched. I didn't go into Sephora. I went on to the Fenty Beauty website and I bought the products myself, and I got the shade 450. I chose 450 because I watched every single video. For my website, kinkycurlycoilyme.com, I actually wrote an article where I got videos from YouTubers of all 40 shades, starting with shade 490, which is the darkest shade that Rihanna made, going all the way down to shade 100, which is the palest shade. I found a video of every single shade so that someone who's looking to see, you know, if their color is there or what color they would be, they can go on my website and they can find their shade. So in doing that, and also in just watching reviews in general, it was very clear to me that my skin tone was obviously in the 400s. I'm definitely a There was no doubt about it. From there, I knew that I wasn't the lighter range of deep. I knew that I wasn't 400, 410, 420, 430. And I looked at the 440, and 440 felt like it was too light. When I looked at 450 felt like, okay, you'd probably be right. And then when I looked at 460, 460 felt like it was a little bit too cool. With 460 being too cool, I thought, well, could I be a 470? But when I saw videos of people who were wearing 470, and even the model who was wearing 470 on the Fenty Beauty website, she looked like she could be my complexion. But the problem was, when I saw people wearing 470 on YouTube, the application of the product was way too red, and I just knew anything darker than that would have been too dark, and obviously anything lighter than 450 was just too light. That's how I ended up on 450. Now, is 450 my shade? We gonna find out today. Let's see. So I've been shaking it because the product says to shake well. And I also got the primer because pretty much every single video that I saw, a lot of people had the primer, and for the most part, it seems like the primer just goes really well together. And I'm always down for a good primer, so I have no problem like getting a good primer. So I used 2 pumps, but to be completely honest with you, that was really generous. So I probably will not use 2 pumps ever again. That was very generous. I'll start with 2 and then I'm gonna work my way up. I did not get the makeup brush that they use, that they have on the website. And the main reason for that is, honestly, I just don't care for that type of makeup brush. I don't. I personally just really like a kabuki makeup brush, which is what I'm using today, which is what I use all the time. So for me, I just decided to not get the makeup brush. I'm gonna turn my camera light down just a smidge. Okay. Ooh, a little darker. Can you really see that? How about that? All right, so personally, it looks like my skin. Okay, that was 2 pumps. I did pretty much the bottom of my face. So I'm gonna do 2 more pumps and see if I can do the top of my face now. Okay, so as you can see, personally, I feel like I made the best choice ever. 450 is 100% my color. Wow. I turn my light down so you guys can really see the effect of this color. I'm gonna turn my light back up. Here we go. Do I look different? Do I look like a ghost? I don't think so. Do I look darker? I don't think so. I don't think I look any lighter or any darker than I did before. What do you think? Did I pick the right shade, y'all? Personally, I think I did. So, in addition to the primer and the 450 foundation, I also got the Deep Highlight Contour Conceal Trio. And I also got the Killawatt highlighter in the color Ginger, Binge, Moscow Mule. And I got the sponge. And the reason why I got the sponge is because I currently have a beauty blender which is like super old and it needs to be thrown out. So I figured, why not get something new anyway? So for today, I'm just gonna do a normal face. I will do an under eye highlight. So it's not like rubbing on, I don't know, I'm used to like, you know, liquids. I've never used like a stick. So personally, it's kind of like chalky maybe, but it's not bad. I guess maybe I should press harder, but I don't want to. Okay, I guess I'm getting a little more comfortable now. Probably should be using the sponge for this, huh? That's why we bought it. Put a little bit more under this area here. I think for me, it was what was happening initially was just, I'm just not used to the stick. So now I'm used to the stick. Now I know what I'm doing. So now I'm going. I feel like the foundation matted down really well because I did not use a powder. and it's matted down really well. A lot of the videos people referred to the effect of the foundation. They said it matted down darker. Do you feel like I look darker? I don't, personally. Did I get carried away with the with the concealer, I mean? I'm getting a little like creasing under there. I'm not gonna use the Killawatt today, and I'm not gonna use the rest of these. I can't go anywhere without my mascara. I just can't, I'm sorry. I've been asked to do a full-on beat so many times, and you know the problem with the full-on beat is this. Let me tell you right now, okay? You listening? I never do a full-on beat unless I have somewhere. I can't talk and do mascara. Look what I just did. I just made the biggest mess. I got it all over my face. All over my face, all in my eye. Hold on, y'all. So the problem with the full-on beat is this. I usually don't do a full-on beat, like ever. There are a lot of people who don't wear full-on beat makeup, like me, and probably you. And yeah, there's a lot of people on here that say, I never wear this much makeup, but they do. I usually don't. That's why when you look at my social media, you usually don't see me in a full-on beat in most of my pictures. But when do you see me in a full-on beat? When I'm working, like at an event or, you know, and so on. And also in my videos, you usually don't see me in a full-on beat, right? That's the thing, is when it's time to like do a full-on beat, I'm about to like head out for work. I have a job, I have a panel I'm gonna go speak at, or I'm doing a meet and greet or something like that. So that's the hard part. It feels really weird to me to record a full beat tutorial to then go nowhere. Would this be a beat? Because I did like my eyebrows, highlighter, I put on mascara, I'm putting on blush. Is this a beat? I'd be tempted to say no because it's a kind of down face, right? Oh, lips. I'm gonna do my pretty much everyday nude lip. Just like every day. I'm gonna put some oil in my hair. Give it a little bit of shine. So tempted to put my hair up. Came from the gym, so now it's like super frizzy. And when it's like this, I just don't even want to wear it out. Y'all know I love me a roll tuck and pin, right? So I started out with a fro, but true to my, I don't want to say native, I don't want to say vintage because I don't really feel like my style is vintage, but classic, I don't know, mature. How would you describe me when I get in this? Because I fall in love with these types of styles like all the time. My roll tuck and pins. This is so me. Like every time I start doing my hair, this is like how I like to wear my hair. Love my fro, but I love this so much better. I promise you I will definitely be back with a more of a beat face tutorial for, I don't know, this might be beat, but for some people this might not be really beat. I'll come back with definitely more of like a deep face tutorial where I show you more of the products from Fenty Beauty. I didn't get to use the highlighter. I also did not use the contour, and I didn't use the killawatt. And I also want to know what your thoughts were, because I personally feel like 450 is like the perfect match for me. Honestly, this feels like the perfect match. And I did not have to use any powder. I think that's like the part that I might need to blend out this concealer a little bit more though. That's the part that's like really getting me, is I didn't use a powder. Although maybe I should. A part of me is thinking, Janelle, even though you didn't use a powder, maybe you should use a powder. But I didn't have to use a powder. So definitely leave your feedback in the comments below. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, I love you for watching. Bye.